Hey there, welcome to my private studio. Why, yes, it does double as my bedroom. Thank you so much for noticing. So, you're looking to get a stick and poke tattoo? Oh, thank you for coming in. How did you find out about me? Your friend Craig got tattooed by me at a party. Oh my god, I don't remember that at all. I must have been. Alright, well, anyway. So, you're looking for something what? Unique, different, a little, something that's gonna make you stand out. Oh, what about zodiac sign? Oh, that'd be so cute. That'd be super, super cute. Yeah. No, I did all of these myself. I'm completely self-taught. I know. No, thank you so much. That's crazy. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put some gloves on. Perfect. And where do you want this again? I think the side of your neck will be really subtle. Kind of cute. Okay, cool. All right, so first we gotta, get you nice and sanitized. Sanitize. Just like that. Okay. Yeah. I love doodling on my friends and myself at school, and then I was like, you know what if we made this permanent? That'd be so awesome. So, here I am. Okay. You can Venmo me, right? Yeah. It's gonna be $9. Yeah. Raise the price a little bit, Okay, so just gotta sanitize a little bit, plus this stuff smells good, so it'll be perfect. Now, what needle do you want? Are you going for more of like the sewing needle, or do you want a pin? Good choice. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this, and you can get some stuff off Amazon, but I kind of ran out, and this is fine, old-fashioned way. Just get a little bit of tape. Just like that. Oh, Febreze makes everything a little slippery there. Okay, let's just put tape that on, and then once this tape is ready to go, then we are pretty good. Okay, so here are the designs that I have. If you're not sold on any of them, you can do anything you want. I do customs. Okay, you can do the eye, diamond, little, something or other. Hags, fish, jellyfish, sparkles. You're super sold on the zodiac? Yeah, no worries. I totally get it. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and start inking you up, dude. Okay, go ahead and sit back and relax. Oops, sorry about that. Just got a little bit. You said Libra, right? Oh, well, it looks really cool. No, it looks really cool. Just tap. Go ahead and stick, and poke. Stick and poke. We are almost done. You are so brave. You're like barely even crying. That's awesome. It's really hardcore of you. Okay, so all done. So you gotta go ahead and make sure that you give it some sun so that it can really set into your skin like that. Really bake it in there. Don't worry about moisturize or anything. If you just do some extra exercise, build up some sweat, all that sweaty moisture, that will give you you'll be super damp and it'll be awesome. Yeah, sit, go ahead, look in the mirror, tell all your friends about me, and I hope you enjoy your new tattoo. Hey, are you the one that's supposed to be here to get an ear piercing? Okay, great. You're in the right place. I'm ready for you. I already put on my gloves. However, I will say, if you want to get an ear piercing, you're gonna have to let me know which one. There's quite a few ear piercings that you can get. You could go with the orbital conch, you could do an upper lobe, you could do a regular lobe, tragus, antitragus, interconchate, industrial, What are you looking for? Okay, great. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, so what I want to do first then is sanitize your ear. We're gonna sanitize your ear before we pierce it because, I'm not trying to get dirt off, and that's disgusting. I dropped it. We're gonna do another one. We'll do another one. That's how much I care. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and sterilize your ear. You have a great ear for piercing. Fantastic ear for piercing. So the next thing I'm gonna do is basically, if this was your ear, I'm gonna take this marker and I'm gonna go ahead and dot on the ear where I'm gonna do the piercing. So when you see the dot on your ear, you let me know if that's where you want the piercing, because if it's not, you gotta let me know. I am into this piercing. I cannot unpierce you. Okay, so here is the dot. Here we go. Okay. Alright, so go ahead and look in the mirror. Look in this mirror. Tell me if you like that dot. You do. You do like the dot. Okay, then we are ready to go. You like needles? You don't like needles. Okay, well then don't look. Do not look, because here it comes. Okay, here it comes. You're gonna be totally fine. You're totally fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, I want you to breathe in. Okay, and breathe out. Oh my gosh, I just totally pierced your ear. Yeah, let's go. Are you okay? Are you good? Are you good? You don't look good. You don't look so good. Oh boy, you must be here for tattoo removal. You really thought that was a good idea, huh? Well, don't worry. We can laser that right off your face. Did you sign the consent form? Nah, you don't really need it. Okay, well, here is a stress ball. Let me take a look at your face. Yeah, this is gonna take a few sessions. It doesn't just magically disappear. Also, don't go into the sun and don't pick at it. Here we go. Don't worry about the smell. How are we doing? Excruciating. Well, let me know when you need a break. Wow, this artist really packed the ink in there, didn't they? All right. Oh, you're removing this tattoo so you can get a different face tattoo. Nice. Okay. Well, your face is significantly singed and you did a number to the stress ball. So let's go ahead and put some Aquaphor on the area. There you go. And I'll see you at our next session. Hello, hello. I'm Gibi. Nice to meet you. You are my next client. Good, good, good. Okay, so you filled out the waiver and things. Okay. Yes, I am a very, very, very qualified tattoo artist indeed. So, you are here for a flash tattoo, is that correct? Awesome. So many good designs to choose from. You literally can't lose. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure it's all the stuff you filled out. No concerns for allergies. That's all totally fine. And ID, good. Whatever you would prefer me to call you. Okay, perfect. All right. Great. I'm super excited. I love it. It's gonna be great. I've been doing some really fun flash on people lately. Okay. So, do you have any questions for me before we start? If you want to go to the bathroom, I could get you some water. Oh no, it's gonna be a second before I actually start. So, okay, we'll go over the design first then. Perfect. Did you have an idea in mind about where you wanted it? Yeah, I like the arm can't really go wrong. We have a lot of options to work with in terms of placement. So let's take a look. Oh, this is two-sided. I don't know if you already decided on one before you came in, or you're just a very spontaneous person and you decided that you just wanted some flash tattoo art today. So here is the first page of designs. I can tell you are already overwhelmed with indecision. It happens. It happens. How could you not be? Look at this. Look at the choices that you have. We've got Demon Slayer. We've got Kirby. Okay. Smiling like an angel in the middle of the sheet. Rilakuma. We've got Chainsaw Man. We've got Ouran High School. Host Club. It aged alright. Yeah. What about Jujutsu Kaisen? Okay. Many options. I've been dying to do this Gudetama egg butt on someone's skin permanently forever. It could be you. Oh yeah. No. See, I couldn't decide either. Absolutely not. Especially because there's another side to this. Yeah. Oh yeah. Here we have, you could do the elements from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Well, the elements you could, maybe you're an earth person, excuse me. I'm a fire. Air, water. If you're here with your bestie, you could do Gon and Kila. Very popular bestie tattoos. L. We have the actual L too. I have that on my arm. Oh yeah. Right here. Take a little peeky. Literally can't go wrong with that one. It's too good. It's too good. And maybe you're a Beastars fan like myself. You could do Haru, Legoshi, Precious Legoshi. My Hero Academia. Oh, absolutely. Precious Baby Bean Bakugo. Competing with Legoshi for who's more precious. Yeah, you know, I don't envy you, but the choice must be made. The good thing is, you can always get more. Yeah, it's a great thing about tattoos. Okay. You have a decision. Oh, fantastic choice. Fantastic. I love that. It suits you. I don't know you, but it suits you. Okay, great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a stencil. Make sure that it's chef's kiss. Perfect. No, I'm not going to freehand this. You don't want that. I don't want that. And we'll get the stencil onto your skin. So what were you thinking in terms of sizing? This is kind of like the original size. I can go a little bigger. We could go like a tiny bit smaller. But let's take a look. Okay, let me see your arm. I'm thinking left arm. Okay. So... sizing might be perfect. But I think it depends where you want it. Here or here. You're not sure? Well, why don't I do 2 stencils for you? No problem. If we do it here, I like it kind of at like this original size. But then if you want it on this side, make it a little bigger. Does that sound good to you? And then you can see them both in the mirror. Yeah, no big deal. Cool. Great. Okay. So, I'm going to drop the stencil. Then we will shave your arm. We want to make sure that is smooth, like a baby seal. Okay. We don't want hair in the way of this masterpiece that I am about to bestow on you. And then we can get started. Awesome. Okay. So, I actually misspoke. I'm going to shave you first. We'll let your skin kind of calm down for a bit. So, I have a disposable razor here and some alcohol and some soap. Okay. This is going to go onto your skin. plastic guard off. Like that. Let's go. Trim this forest. Just kidding. Oh yeah, definitely had clients come in that this wasn't gonna cut it. It was not gonna cut it. So, if you know you're gonna get a tattoo in a particularly hairy area, it's always better to just do it yourself the day before. You gotta be careful though, like while you're actually shaving, because then if you nick yourself, you can't get tattooed over that, so you gotta be careful. But no, this is not bad at all. Like, my little disposable razor is dominating that hair. It's gone. It's great. Okay. Awesome. All right. And this side of your arm is literally hairless. So you're good. Alright. I'll spray here. Now I'm going to do your sketch, okay? I've actually not done this flash in a while. I do repeat them, yeah. It's hard to tell somebody that, they can't get an L tattoo. Yeah, exactly. That's my original design. Not that one. No. Did you know it's also the logo of Louisiana baseball team or something? College? I don't know. Anyway, hilarious to see who knows it as anime. Who thinks I'm a sports fan? Do I look like? Okay. Okay. And then we're going to make a bigger one too. And I'm going to need to blow that up. Probably maybe 5%. Okay, I'll be right back. You hang tight. Alright. Bigger size. Yeah, what do you think? It's subtle, very subtle, but I think that'll fit a little better. Okay. No, I have not been tattooing for very long. Big career shift for me. Yeah. sure this transfers over. Many tattoo artists do have like thermal printers and stuff. That would be very smart of me to have and get. But I don't. Okay, cut these out. Smaller one, bigger one. Okay, so I'm also going to clean the other side of your arm. So we did not shave. Clean that, and we want to make sure that we have the stencil lubrication on your skin. It's going to help the stencil transfer over so that I can see it while I'm tattooing you. Okay. Get some fresh gloves. I hate germs. All my homies hate germs. Okay. And stencil. Going to clean. Really should prepare my station with ripped paper towels. Perhaps we will do that before we begin. Okay, ready? Nice, vigorous cleanse here. Both sides. Putting down 2 options. Okay. Then flip your arm around. Okay. Great. Okay. The stencil stuff going onto your skin. Just like that. And other side. Okay. Awesome. Now we peel this layer here, and this is going to go on your skin. All right. This one's pretty easy to place. Sometimes I have to, we could place it down first, make a couple of lines, make sure it's centered, but this one here, let me just right there. This placement is good because it's very it's clear where it's gotta go. There you go. Option 1. Now the other one. Okay. Line up from here. I place it down? Right about here, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, so many people when they're getting tattoos, like on the arm, because it hangs down at your body, you want it facing upward, straight up and down when you're standing and your arms are down. Somebody lifts their arm up towards themselves, you know, they say, well, my tattoo's upside down. If you have it towards you, just really honestly, it depends what you determine as upside down. Okay. We're gonna do it this way though. Yeah. Okay. We're in agreement. Great. Okay. Right here then. Perfect. Okay. Go ahead and take a look in the mirror. Feel free to take a picture of it, move around, take a minute to decide which one you like. Yeah, I feel like you can't go wrong here. It kind of just depends whether you want it to be more like tucked in and then like revealed, or more on the outside. Yeah, okay. Sure. Cool. Alright, take a look. I'm going to grab some water, and if you need to use the bathroom or anything, just try not to bump the stencil or your arm or anything, because we're going to get started. If I were to cleanse you off again, then stencil would disappear. So you're good? Fantastic. Okay. This one won't take long at all, luckily. So you give it a once over, we'll wait for that stencil to dry, and then we'll get started. Great. Thanks. Alright. Did you decide which one you're gonna do? Awesome. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, you really couldn't go wrong. Sometimes that's the best part. Sometimes it's hard to choose. I totally get you. Okay, so actual tattooing will not take long. And we are doing this in black ink. Cool. There have been quite a few, yeah. I have all black ink, some gray ink as well, but no color tattoos for me yet. I don't know, I'll probably just stick with it. No white ink for me either. No white ink for you too, correct? We'll just do black. I think that's gonna be perfect. It suits it. Great. Awesome. Okay. Going to get a couple of paper towels. 2. Okay. Now this table is going to lift up. Don't be alarmed. It startles me more often than not. Okay. You excited? Yeah. I use top of the line. This is my tattoo machine. Or I'll be tattooing. Sponsored. Yes. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is we're going to start with a very small line first. Okay. And if it's really bothering you, if you're like, oh my god, I can't do this, then, you know, we can think about something else. Sometimes when people are really nervous, it's helpful to concentrate on your breathing. In through the nose, hold out through the mouth like you're blowing out a birthday candle. Ooh, happy birthday to me. Ooh, I love tattoos. Ooh. And then, if you're feeling woozy at all, please don't hesitate to tell me. We do have like some soda, so any like sugary drinks, carbonated drinks, some candy I have at the front. You can have some of that as well. That usually helps a lot. But the best thing is to not be nervous. Okay, I'm just gonna put this. Let's get to start. And we'll do a tiny little baby line. Ready? Okay. Okay. Alright. See, the light is good, the tank is clean. Here we go. You alright? Good. Good. It's not so bad at all, is it? Some people panic so much. Okay, we'll keep going then. Oh yeah, I'm trying to get my mom in here. I know she wants an anime tattoo. She will not admit it to herself. Oh no, she likes mine. Well, at first it was if you get a tattoo, you're disowned. To you know, she'll now help me decide the placement of my next ones. Trying to fill my legs. It's really cool. I like it a lot. Only 3 more hours to go. Just kidding. The dry wipe. Oh yeah. Okay. It has to be done sometimes, okay? It's for the greater good. Okay. All right. That is the outline. Okay. And then I'm gonna just do a little bit of making sure these spots, here and here, that's gonna be solid black. Okay. I would switch my needle, but this tattoo machine is so advanced that you don't have to do that. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's do it then. Okay. Here we go. Some people think that like the lines are the most uncomfortable. Some people think the shading is the most uncomfortable. And I think it depends. It depends. Depends where I'm at in the day too. Something like this though, super easy. Just a little bit more actually. You're doing great. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's the people who can't, they can't talk while it's happening. I know they're really holding it in, like they're really holding it together. I'm very proud of them. But yeah. When my cousin gets tattooed, it's this. The whole time. Like breathe, relax. Okay. All right. I think we did it. That was nice and quick, huh? Yeah. I impressed myself. Okay. So let me just make sure. I nailed it. It's great. It's perfect. You can go check it out in the mirror. You like it? I'm so glad. That's fantastic. Okay, great. We're going to let that sit for a moment then. I'm going to give you a little spray here. And I'll grab a picture of it. That's cool with you. And we can put on some Saniderm. Great. Oh no, it's dope. I love it. I love it. You love it? I'm so glad. Yeah. I need probably like 300 more tattoos, I think. Then I'll be good. Then I'll be set. We'll see though. We'll see. Okay. I can also tell you about the aftercare while we're waiting. Just want to let that sit for a second before we cover it on up. What I'm going to use is Saniderm, and it's just an adhesive bandage. They're great, especially for a small tattoo like this, and it's on a nice kind of like flat surface. This is waterproof, which is fantastic. You can shower in it, and it's going to let your tattoo breathe and heal, but it's going to be a protective barrier. It's great. So I usually recommend keeping this on probably 3 to 5 days. Sometimes 5 can be a little too long if you notice it feels really dry or anything like that. If your tattoo is releasing a lot of liquid, the ooze, the ink, the plasma, all that delicious stuff, sometimes I would be surprised if this one did, because it's not a ton of ink, pretty small tattoo. But if it does and you need it replaced, you're close by to the shop, I'd be happy to replace it for you. Otherwise, if it's been 3 to 5 days, you can take this off in the shower. It's a great place to do it. Warm water. Yours is on your arm. If you wanted to do it in the sink, obviously that's fine. Warm water running over this, and you're going to peel slowly down, staying close to your skin. The things I have seen of people just dry ripping it off. It's fine. So, your tattoo will be in the main stages of healing about 2 weeks. You'll probably notice like a little bit of scabbing, like the texture is gonna look a little kind of like a scab, totally normal. Some flaking, it's like kind of the ink, like black ink flakes coming off your skin, again totally normal. A little bit of redness is normal. If you notice anything like super hot to the touch, a lot of redness, very itchy. A healing tattoo can be pretty itchy, but basically we're just watching out for signs of infection. Again, you're more than welcome to DM me or come into the shop if you're concerned about anything at all. But once the Saniderm comes off, I would recommend washing. It comes out to about 3 to 5 times a day. I always try to hit morning, boom, right when I wake up, nighttime, before I go to bed, sometime in the middle of the day, and then also wash anytime after it needs to be washed. For example, if my very loving but very dirty dog were to come up and lick my tattoo leg, which has happened before, I would immediately wash it. If you got a little sweaty, wash it. That kind of thing. If you got off an airplane. Wash it. I would also recommend making sure your bed sheets are clean, and if you have some long sleeves, making sure those are clean when you're wearing them is pretty helpful. After you wash it, you want to dry it with paper towel. I usually say for like the first 2 weeks. After that, like clean bath towels are fine, but I try to stay away from the bath towels for a few weeks when drying it, and you'll want to use that awesome, amazing, glory, perfect orange dial soap. It's the antibacterial, it's the gold. I can send you a picture of it. And then you put on a tiny layer of Lubriderm. Yeah, I can show you. Let me grab that for you, and then we'll take some pictures. Okay. There you go. So, this is the dial. I recommend the liquid because bar soap, pretty hard to make sure that it's, not contaminated. So you're looking for that gold liquid antibacterial hand soap. Wash your hands first, and then get some of the soap in your hands. Lather, lather, lather. And then gently but firmly wash your tattoo. No scratching, picking, itching. None of that. Wash that tattoo right when the 3 to 5 days is up. And rinse with water, of course. Then we're going to take the paper towels. We pat dry with paper towels. No. Pat dry. And then once it's dry, your hands are still clean, I would recommend the Lubriderm, and you're looking for fragrance free. This is super easy to find everywhere. If you are using another brand, most important thing, fragrance free. You don't want the glittery Victoria's Secret bombshell body lotion. That is inviting disaster. You get a little bit of this. You don't want to suffocate your tattoo. You don't want to over moisturize. If you keep it very wet all the time, bacteria loves that, but you don't want it to be dry. People, have different opinions, but what I like to do, a little bit of Lubriderm, a sheen, a thin layer, and you'll be able to feel if your skin is super dry or anything like that. So that's what you'll do probably like 3 to 5 times a day for 2 weeks, and then you can keep it going, especially the moisturizer. You want to keep the moisturizer going for the rest of your life. It's always great to moisturize your tattoos. After a month, I wouldn't be too worried about like the fragrance free. And that's when you can start using sunscreen when it's fully healed. Again, usually around the month mark. Until then, stay out of the sun. That will fade your new tattoo so fast. You also want to avoid soaking or submerging your tattoo. So no baths, definitely no hot tubs, no ocean swimming, that kind of thing. And then I'll also give you a printout of any other aftercare stuff, just so I know it's a lot of rules. Easy to forget, so I write it all out. Cool. All right, it's looking very good. So we're gonna take a picture. Grab my phone here. Take a picture for the gram. Okay. All right, I'm gonna make sure the light is good. Okay. That's so cute. That looks great on you. Oh, it's so good. 1 second. Let me fix the exposure here. Okay. Oh, check it out. So good. Yeah, you want me to send these to you? Is your email good? The one on your form? Perfect. Okay, I'll do that. Can I tag you in that? Great. I will. Okay. Let's put on your second skin. We just need a small little square here. Basically just want it to extend maybe about half an inch to an inch. I'll do like an inch around this one. If you see the edges peeling up, it's not too bad. If any of the new tattoo is exposed, so if it's like peeling up so far that the tattoo is actually exposed, take it off, wash it. If it's been less than 3 days, feel free to come back and I can put a new one on for you. Great. Get the new roll. I just finished the other one. It's like wrapping a Christmas gift. Okay, I'll give you one final cleansing spray. Is it sore? Not too bad, huh? No. Okay. Pat. Right. Stick over your tattoo here. Okay. All right. Tattoo is protected. Get to peel up the edge here. Always a fun part. Yeah, they have the part in the center that makes it easy to peel up, but I like a challenge, so there we go. See, I got it. There you go. Yeah, it's great because it's, you can see it. And as it heals, it will be like extra ink and stuff is going to come out. Because it has nowhere to go, it will stay in the bandage. So if it looks like a little blurry or something in there, don't panic, don't freak out. It's just like the trapped ink. When you take it off and wash it, all that blurriness will kind of go away. Okay, great. Awesome. It was such a pleasure to meet you and to have you take home one of these awesome flash designs. So I hope you enjoy. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact, and hope to see you soon for another one. Oh, you'll be back. They always come back. See ya. Hello there. Welcome in. Do you have an appointment today, or are you just coming to check out our shop? Okay, cool. Yeah, we do have a pretty interesting front display, so we get quite a lot of walk-ins. But that's totally fine. Let me look at my calendar. I'm free. Do you have any idea what you might be looking for? Have you been thinking about getting a piercing? This kind of seems like a good idea, right? Well, I don't blame you. I've had plenty of piercings in my life. Right now, sticking to the earlobes, and that's pretty much it. But, oh yeah, I'm pierced up, pierced out. Well, come on in. Business is pretty slow. It's kind of an odd hour. We don't usually get too many people around this time, so if you want to chat about piercings or what you might want, I'm all ears. Get it? Okay. All right. So, what's your name? Okay, great. Nice to meet you. Perfect. So, would you be looking for a facial piercing, you think? Okay. Yeah, we do a lot of lip piercings, a lot of nose piercings. They've become exceedingly popular. Eyebrow piercings are a little bit on the out. We do dermals in the cheeks, in the chest. We also do all the types of ear piercing. So anything in your ears we can definitely do. Have you ever had your ears pierced before? Okay, yeah. A lot of people have had them pierced as a little kid, and you know, they go to a little kiosk in the middle of the mall. Right. Well, you have definitely done yourself a favor by coming into a real, professional, equipped piercing parlor. So congratulations on that. I think we should do a piercing on you today. Yeah, just do it, you know? They're not that expensive. Our piercings range from $20 to about $90, depending on what you get. That doesn't include the jewelry. Our jewelry is actually sold at the other side of the store, so she'll actually take care of you over there, but I would handle the actual piercing. Right. Okay, well, I'm glad that you're excited. So if you're not sure what you want, what I'm going to do is go through my book, and basically I have a list of kind of frequently asked questions about each piercing. Now what I want to do is make sure that you have all the information that you might need in terms of you know, the placement of the piercing, the cost, the sort of upkeep and heal time, the pain level of actually receiving the piercing, stuff like that. Does that sound good? Okay. Here's my binder. And actually what I'd like to start with, I think, is going to be the most intense of the piercings, perhaps. We have our ear piercings. We have and we have quite a few different types of ear piercings, which is nice because you can get something a little more interesting than just the lobe. Here we go. Okay. So the first one we have the dimple piercing, or exposed dimples, because most people get two, unless they find that the first one hurts too much and then they sort of wimp out and don't let me finish the other side. But these go through your cheek. Oh yeah. And if you don't have dimples, this can give a really cute sort of illusion that you do. Very hardcore. And so this is done on both sides of the cheeks. Takes about 6 to 8 weeks to heal, so really not too long in terms of piercings. That's not too bad at all. Our price for that is actually $60 for both sides. You just want, typically, you can't fit a hoop in there or anything like that. Just a regular stud piercing. It's not like one you would put in your ears or anything, so they're specifically made for this type of piercing, but it just looks like the regular ball stud. I think that looks the most flattering, at least. Some people couple them with the lip piercing. Indeed. So we'd have you like brush your teeth beforehand, because it can be a little bit bacterial in your mouth if you don't know that already. So the cleaning is not too bad. The upkeep, because it is in your mouth, you want to be careful about what you eat for the heal time, but since it is only 6 to 8 weeks, not that awful. I've never personally had them done. I've heard they're a bit higher on the pain scale in terms of piercings, because the skin, it's the needle's traveling quite a distance, very thick, and your face tends to have more nerve endings than like your ear or something, Okay, no, that's fine. Next, we have your tongue piercing. These used to be super popular. Kind of sad they're going out of style, but you could be the person that brings it back, Yeah. So these actually heal very quickly because it's in your mouth. So you have a lot of healing saliva going on in here. Pretty much only like 2 to 4 weeks heal time is normal for this. You're gonna have to eat a lot of like soft foods, like smoothies or tuna, it's tuna smoothie. I don't know, but you don't want to eat a lot of spicy or acidic food because that's gonna be pretty painful. What do you think? Tongue piercing? Okay, well, it's not so bad. Well, when you do get it pierced, sometimes people experience a sort of bit, and you can't really stick your tongue out or anything like that. Swelling and stuff. I've had my tongue pierced twice. Yeah. Okay. Next we have our eyebrow piercing. Usually people get them vertically. We can do it horizontally, although that's a bit more rare to see. Okay. You can do a barbell, you can do a hoop, which is nice. The healing time is approximately 6 or so weeks. You just clean regularly the saline solution around the piercing site, like any other piercing. Used to be very popular, and more people are getting nose piercings nowadays, but maybe about $40. Alright, let's move on then. Here are our most popular types of nose piercings. So we have the nostril piercing, and this is, I think if you say nose piercing, this is what you might think of. So it's just a hole right here at the bottom of your nostril, sort of where it flares out. And you can wear either a stud or a hoop there, typically. We have the high nostril, which would sit obviously higher in the nose, right before the cartilage meets the bone. Be very difficult to wear a hoop there. We have our septum piercing, which goes through the middle of the nose like a bull ring, sort of. And if you get an open-ended hoop, you can actually flip it up. So a lot of people, who might not be allowed to have piercings at work, or, don't always want the pierced look, they like the septum piercing because you can flip it up and hide it. And then we also have the bridge piercing, and this is a horizontal piercing that goes through the skin of the bridge of your nose. I think you look really good with a nose piercing, actually. Maybe a septum. You could just go with the classic nostril. I like the septum quite a bit because if you take it out, the hole, you can't see it. Sometimes if you get a nose piercing, even if you take it out, you can still, you can tell that you've had it done, I guess. So, get the paperwork for that one. Now that would be a fairly cheap piercing. Nostril piercing is $30. And you can get pretty good jewelry, quite cheap as well. So, all in all, not a break the wallet sort of piercing. You can pick either side of the nose. Healing time is about 6 to 8 weeks. It's not so bad. The high nostril piercing is going to be much longer, at about 4 to 6 months. And you need to be quite careful with the nose piercings because, bacteria is always there. So you really don't want to get an infection. You have to be pretty diligent with the cleaning as well. The septum piercing, you just basically clean it with antibacterial soap twice a day. You don't touch it, and that one would heal within 6 to 8 weeks, and we charge $50 for that. Maybe. Okay, great. Sounds good to me. But, of course, we have not gotten to the ear piercing yet. Shall I? Okay, sounds good to me. Alright. Now I want this to be... Okay. So I'm going to show you our less typical ear piercings first. Page 1. Up on the top left, we have the helix piercing. You might have heard it called just like a cartilage piercing or something similar. Just anything on sort of this line of your ear. We have the conch piercing. Now that's not actually in your cartilage, your cartilage line here, it's inside, so it's the thicker inner part of your ear. Looks very pretty with a hoop, of course. Stud wouldn't really do it justice, personally, I wouldn't think. We have the industrial bar, or the industrial piercing, and the industrial is fun because it's technically 2 piercings, but it acts as one. Very cool, unique look. Put the barbell all the way through. We have the teeth piercing. Now this is going to go in the inner part of your ear. It's very thin flap. Some people have it a lot thinner, some people have it thicker. But again, this looks beautiful with a hoop, obviously. The healing time can range quite a bit with these. Just depends on how your body reacts, really. The conch piercing, for example, 8 to 16 weeks. Industrial piercing can be from 3 to 12 months. helix from 2 to 12 months. I would say the helix is about probably the least painful piercing on this page. Very thin skin, very few nerve endings. So any of those would be a good choice, I think. Second page. Can do. Alright. So this one is labeled the cartilage piercing. A lot of clients request a cartilage piercing, so we included this to show. We use a stud here. Looks a little bit different than a hoop for sure. We have the rook. Now this is a pretty painful piercing to get. It's going through the very thick part of your ear. Very unique though. And it's sort of like a vertical piece of jewelry. So you actually get, it looks like 2 piercings. Down here we have the snug that goes from the inside, not quite to the outside cartilage, but right before it. And you'd use a curved bar for that. And then we have the antitragus, which is on the other side. Okay. Well, we can do multiple piercings for sure. We'll actually give you a little discount for it. How many would you be looking to get? Okay. So if we did that, be okay. I think we could do that. It will be about $90. Alright, absolutely. Now, did you want to look at the lip piercings? Oh, why not, right? Okay, great. Okay. I'm a big fan of lip piercings. There are so many different ways to pierce your lip. Here we have some of the more popular types. We have the Gestrum. Now this one goes from the top part of your lip and through the lip here. So it looks pretty unique, probably the most unique we have on the page. The rest of them are all just studs. So we have the Medusa, the Monroe, which is over to the side. We have the Labre piercing, which is Labret. You'll find people arguing all over the place, really. But this is the classic sort of lip piercing through the bottom. And you can do a stud or you can do a hoop. So here are all the variations of it actually. So this is more of like the slang. You probably have heard people call it these, which is like angel bites or snake bites, shark bites, spider bites. It's all these bites. It basically just means you can have up to 1 to 4 labre piercings, and they would just be in different spots around your mouth. What do you think? Well, the piercings don't take too long to heal. You do want to be careful about bacteria and such, but about, let me see, a little bit longer than some of the mouth piercings like the tongue, but nothing crazy. And those are all $40. If you do a double labre piercing, we actually knock the price, so that would just be $60 to get 2. Okay, so you have all your options in front of you. Do you think you've made your decision? All right. Well then, let's give you a couple ear piercings and a lip piercing. Are you excited? You're going to love it. You're gonna love it, love it, love it. Put these away, if you don't mind. Thanks. Okay, time for me to get ready. before I do that, I have to get you to sign a release form, okay? So I'm going to ask you a couple questions before I hand this clipboard over to you and have you sign on the bottom. So you acknowledge by signing this release, you've been given the full opportunity to ask any and all questions which I might have about obtaining a piercing from moi. Any questions? Very good. Write my name in there. And all your questions have been answered to your full and total satisfaction. Do you have epilepsy or hemophilia? Do you suffer from any heart conditions? Take medications which thin blood? Okay. Do you have diabetes? Because that could definitely hamper the healing process of the piercing. Do you have any form of hepatitis? Any other communicable diseases? Okay. And you're agreeing that I have or will give you all of the procedures necessary to promote the satisfactory healing of your piercing. Any hypertrophic scarring? No. I don't see any psoriasis at the site of the piercing. No open wounds, no lesions. No. Now, do you have any allergies to metals, latex gloves, soaps, medications? The gloves we use are actually nitrile. Yeah. And then you're over 18 years old. Over 18. You are not under the influence of drugs or alcohol. Alright, and you will be pierced using appropriate instruments and sterilization. It's good for you. And therefore you request the piercer to pierce my blank. Okay. Okay, so today, alright, and your full legal name. Your address. Okay, zip code. Okay. Your age. And then I'm going to need to see your driver's license, and I'm going to hand this over to you. Yeah, sorry, I just touched my neck. So you sign there. And here I'm just going to fill in your driver's license number. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time to understand that and fill it out. That is always necessary. Please never get pierced without signing a form. Alright. I'm going to have you sit where you are. This is actually my station. And I'm just going to set up for piercing. So we have cotton balls. Gonna need to pull your hair out of the way. Here we go. And then, for extra sterilization, of course, I will be wearing gloves. Again, these are nitrile, so no latex in these. Plus they're black. So they look super cool. Okay. This one. you stopped touching my face, my hands. And I have this pen. I'm going to be marking your ears because we're going to do your ears first, okay? This is just a hair clip. I'm going to pull your hair back, okay? And just clip that there. I'm going to put your piercing right there, okay? And here as well. Okay, I'm going to do the other side now. So once again, I'm just going to grab a clip and I'm going to clip your hair back. And I'm going to make a dot right there. Okay. Very good. All right. Okay. Yeah, they look pretty good. I actually have quite the talent of getting them right on the first go. Yeah. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. And then I'm just gonna use a bit of rubbing alcohol. Okay. So the alcohol is just gonna go on the cotton ball, and I'll replace the dot. Yeah. You'll be able to look at it again. There we go. Don't worry. I'm just gonna get a little bit closer. Yeah, sorry. Up here as well. Okay. Get a new one for the other ear. Very good. And your dots are still lined up. Looks good. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. Are you ready? Okay. We do have this non-stick pad that I'm actually going to be using after I do your first piercing, before I do the second. Just sort of got like open a new needle for you. Okay. You don't want to look, do you? Okay. Then just close your eyes. And I'm just gonna have you breathe in for me and out. There you go. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna replace this with our standard jewelry. Now, we do recommend this jewelry in particular because it is very high quality. Okay, just hold still 1 second. I'm gonna slide that through. Untwist the ball on. Okay. Alright. I hope silver is okay. Color-wise. Okay, yeah. Whew. I know, this is sort of alright, and we'll have them all match. Is that good? Okay. Perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and get another needle. Okay. And have you hold steady. Breathe in and out. Okay. Perfect. Get this jewelry in quickly, don't worry. Alright. Yep. Perfect, perfect. Oh, looks amazing. Okay. Let me give it a little wipe. Okay. Didn't hurt too bad? Very good. Alright, that's what I like to hear. Okay. This time for the other ear, and then your lip. Maybe no on the lip piercing. Okay, that's alright. Okay. I'll still be working here next week. If you want to come back, we have a sale. Free jewelry. I was totally gonna tell you. For facial piercings only, so don't worry about the ears. Yeah. Almost all our jewelry, at least the standard jewelry for piercing, is one price. You basically just pick silver or gold. Yeah. Sorry, if you had wanted gold, I could have switched that out for you, but that silver's fine. Okay. Alright, well, let me get the other ear done, shall we? Alright. I'm just gonna have you look ahead. Breathe in and out. Okay. Get the jewelry. And the other ear. Oh, sorry, the other piercing. We're already on the other ear. Just gonna open up a needle. And if you hold this steady, I'm actually going to take a look. Okay. Okay, this is actually a perfect angle for me. Right. Ready? Breathe in and out. Okay. Perfect. Awesome. Okay. Adjust that for you. And give you a little clean up. Right looks amazing. Can you see? There's a mirror right behind you. I think that really suits you. And for the record, I do think you would look pretty cool with a lip piercing as well, so yeah, I guess 5 piercings in one day might be a bit much for some people. I've done more. Oh yeah, same person. Okay, so you are going to want to use the saline solution that nice lady over there is going to give you at the front desk. She's also going to give you a coupon for 50% off your first jewelry when you come back in a couple months. You don't want to buy anything too early because we don't like to, make people impatient and to try to switch out their jewelry too fast. Since you did get both ears done, you might be a little sore to sleep on either side, so just feel free to take some Advil. If it's really painful, you can give me a call. Of course, you can call your doctor as well. But the piercings went really well. Yeah, no complications. Looks really nice. You have some new bling in your ears now. Feeling good. Well, you can check out at the front. You can leave a tip if you so desire. Oh, not necessary, but appreciated. Okay, I'm going to clean up my station, but it was very nice to meet you. Hope you come in again soon. Enjoy your new piercings. Alright, have a good one. Hey! Welcome. Absolutely, walk-ins, totally fine. I actually have some free time right now. Yeah, take a seat. I'm Gibi. Nice to meet you. So, what brought you in today? Oh yeah, you saw the promotion outside. Cool. I thought that might bring some people in. Yeah, I'm doing free tattoo designs for those people who are a little hesitant, a little unsure about getting their first or second or third tattoo. So I can actually just draw it on you today. How does that sound? Yeah, think of it as like a trial run. See if you like the sizing, see if you like the colors, the placement, sort of stuff. And then come back and get it done by me. You get 15% off. Don't go run off and get another artist to go over my lines. It won't be as detailed. The shading will be lacking because I'm just using Sharpie markers. They'll be fine for your skin. I'll put a protectant over it. So what do you say? Cool. So have you been thinking about getting a tattoo for a while? I think that a lot of people consider it, even less go through with it. I have a few myself. They're under these sleeves. Yeah. But I can show you my portfolio. We can look at my schedule. And we can find a good design and time for you to get it. Amazing. So if this is your first tattoo, I'm also going to have you sign a consent form. If this isn't your first tattoo, I'm still going to make you sign a consent form. So here you go. Just sign on the line. Thank Thank you. I'll take that. So this is basically just saying that I have your consent to draw on you, even though it's not permanent, and that you won't get another artist to do my work, especially if it's custom work. Yeah, otherwise what's the point of having this promotion, right? Okay, well, do you have an idea or any references of what you might like? You're just walking in? Okay, no problem. Are you into pop culture? I can tell by your t-shirt you might be. Okay, cool. So let me show you this portfolio. It has some fun stuff, and depending on what you're into, I can just go over some things and we can maybe decide on a design. So this is one of my books. And I'll just show you a few pages, starting with a pretty popular design. These are the horoscope star signs, and you have each one: Aquarius, Aries, Cancer, Capricorn, Gemini, Leo, Libra, Pisces, Sagittarius, that's me, Scorpio, Taurus, and Virgo. So what's your sign? Okay, and you can also get the sign of a loved one, parent, partner, child. You don't have to just get your own. I actually have in the back here. These are the more of the symbolic take of the horoscope, so there's mine. Okay, that's fine. Let's go to the next page. I want you to look at a few. Okay, so jumping heavily into pop culture. We have the characters from Overwatch. I don't know if you're familiar, but we can do Winston, Reaper, Widowmaker, Tracer, Symmetra, Pharah. She's a good one. I've done quite a few Pharah tattoos. Hanzo, Torbjorn, Bastion, Mercy, Zenyatta. Are you a support? Reinhardt, Zarya, Junkrat, Soldier 76. I actually just did a Grill Master 76 on somebody. Yeah, super into grilling. Roadhog, McCree, Lucio, Diva. We can do her in mech or out of mech. May and Snowball, Genji, Ana, Sombra, and Orisa. Yeah, I had a mother-daughter pair do Ana and Pharah. It was cool. It's a very cute tattoo. And I can do any combination, any design, whether it be more of the traditional art or not. Okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. No worries. Okay, if you're looking for more of a basic symbol, we have the elements, and these are inspired by Avatar: The Last Airbender, but the elements are present in our everyday world and in many, many works. But here we have water, air, fire, and earth. So if you're looking for something more specific, they actually branch off. From fire, we can get combustion or lightning. From air, we can do void or projection. From water, we can do blood or plant. From earth, we can do lava or metal. If you don't want the typical earth, fire, you know, you could do something a little more exciting, like I love the lightning design. Let me show you more. Okay. So this page is your Patronus. So this is by the Myers-Briggs test. If you're not sure what animal is your Patronus or what you would choose. For example, if you're an ESTP, you'd be a bear. ESTJ, elephant. Owl. Yeah, that's a good one. I believe I'm ENFJ. I haven't taken it in a while, but that is wolf. I'm either J or P, so I'm either a horse or a wolf. I think I'll take the wolf, but yeah. We have fox, turtle, deer, rabbit, owl, serpent, cat, eagle, bear, otter, elephant, lion, wolf, dog, seahorse, and land horse. So those are all of my specialty pop culture ones. Of course, I could do any character or movie reference that you want. But I find that I really enjoy doing these, especially if you're into it, you know? But I can show you a couple of more traditional and honestly like smaller, more simple designs on this page. We have a lot of outdoorsy, woodsy, natural, small, simple designs. With stuff like mountains, trees and forests, the sun, stay mild, get a desert with little cacti, tiny vans, a bearded guy with a pipe, definitely not Santa Claus. Live simply. Oh, you like these? Take a look. I really like these too. And you can totally get a combo of them, get them whatever size you want, wherever you want, you know? And then finally, if you're a cat lover, there are these cat doodles. And they're these adorable little kitty cats. They're sleeping or sitting, and you got skinny cats, fat cats, short cats. I personally love this little guy right here. I have him on my leg. Yeah, we could be twins, I don't care. Cool. Okay. So, what do you think? Good choice. I can definitely do that for you. We can combine and make it look really cool. So where are you thinking? Yeah, let me see. Inner arm. Let me see your arm. Okay. Yeah. I think this would be a perfect space for it. Right here. So we can go from here to here. What do you think? Okay. Nice. And you want this full color? I can do it. And if you don't like the color, you know, when you come back to get it done, we can do it black and white if you don't like it, but might as well go for the color and see if that's what you prefer. Very nice. Okay. Well, you just keep sitting there. Let me prep my station. My setup is pretty similar to how I'll be doing it on the day. Basically, I'm going to need to put on my gloves. And even though the inner arm really isn't too hairy, I'm just going to give you a little shave. I think this design might go a little bit to the side and top of your arm. Not too much the top, but a little bit the side. I just like to have a perfectly smooth canvas. Okay, so don't be nervous. I have done this a million times before. Here is my razor. I'm just gonna get a little paper towel. And I'm gonna dip this in water. Can I have your arm, please? Thank you. Okay. And I just have the classic shaving cream. Is this fine to use? Okay, great. I'm gonna have you lay your arm flat and I'm just gonna get a little. There we go. Okay. And we're just going to rub this into your arm. Okie dokie. Now that it's on your arm, I know, very regular shaving experience. I'm just going to get another paper towel first of all. Just going to shave with the grain first. Can you turn your arm a little? Thank you. And then against the grain, now that it's shortened. Now lay your arm flat. Okay, thank you. Alrighty then. That should do it. Now what I'm going to do is put this cream on your arm. And what this is going to do is provide a base for the Sharpie. So this just goes on here. like that. And it provides a protective layer because, you know, Sharpie isn't made for skin. It's safe, you'll be fine, but you know, I just want to take precautions, so it's a protective layer as well as a good primer for the marker ink, so it should stay on a little bit more than it should, with less like ink bleeding. So that's why I like to use this. I can put that aside for now. So let's get started. What I'm going to do is, how I work is I do the coloring first, especially with this design that you want, and then I will outline around it, so it should get a really good effect, like the one you're looking for. Okay. So let's start with the lighter colors, and then we go darker, darker, darker. Okay. And I'm just going to do this pretty smoothly using the side of the marker. Do you feel that? Yeah, it just feels like a marker. Sorry, adjust my glove. So I'm just gonna go in with the yellow. Tiny details. That'll look good. It's a good highlight. Next, want to go in with this sort of minty green. And this is gonna be for right here. Okay, and it's just this part, so not too much minty green. Now let's do the lavender. Yeah. I'm looking at the reference photo over here. And since we're combining the two, I want to use the color of this. Yeah. For at least this part right here. Okay. And I just want to go right in with the darker violet, which provides a perfect shading. And under here. Okay. Finally, we have the red and the blue. And this is really going to make it pop. Oh yeah. How's that? Pretty good, right? just gonna hold your arm right here. And get that. Okay. Okay. That should be good for the coloring. Yeah, you can sort of see how it's taking shape, right? So let's do the outline next. Perfect. So I should be able to go ahead and use the thick black Sharpie. And then I'm going to be using this thin purple one for more of the detailed lines. And it'll give it a little bit of a distinction, which should look cool. Okay, here we go. I draw in small lines, but never like it's always like that. A lot of people when they're drawing something they go back and forth, but you should finish your line, you know? Let me just get a little bit of the detail. Okay. Yeah, that's really small. That's good. That looks perfect. I want to just get in and do a little bit of the... Yeah. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay. Tiny details make such a difference. That's really good. Yeah, what do you think? I mean, I really like how it turned out. So I'm glad you do too. I think that's the perfect size. And this is just the basic color and outline that I'll do during your appointment. It will turn out a lot more detailed, and the colors will be better with my tattoo ink. But you like it? Awesome. Very cool. So let's set up your appointment. Alright. Sweet. Let me look in my planner thing. Okie dokie. Now let's find our month. Okay, so I am free next Tuesday. This will probably be a 3-hour session at most. Okay, can you do Wednesday? Alright, yeah, I'm free. I'll go ahead and put you down for Wednesday at noon. And we can go to 3. I'm leaving room for if you want a break or anything like that. It's totally fine. My clients take breaks all the time. Not a big deal. Awesome. Well, come in with no sleeves, please. so I can get started on your tattoo. Make sure you don't drink any alcohol, just be hydrated, and make sure you eat before. Do you have any other questions? Well, I am super excited. I'm glad you stopped in. I can't wait to tattoo this on you. It's gonna look awesome. Alright, well, I'll see you then.
Come in, come in. Oh, good. You are here. What time is it? You must be my 11 p.m. appointment. You found the back door okay? Perfect. Now you just, keep your voice down and all that, since it's late. And, you have cash? Okay, good. Yeah, our credit card machine is broken. Okay. So, how did you find, my little tattoo shop? Craigslist. Okay, I'm getting a lot of you guys. That's perfect. Can I get you anything? Would you like some water? Whiskey to dull the pain? You're good? Okay. Awesome. So, welcome. I work out of this bedroom that I'm renting, but it's a good shop. I have gloves and disinfectant. It's very legitimate. Fantastic. So we don't have any forms or anything like that, but can I ask you a few questions anyway? You know, just an artist getting to know their client. Perfect. So first off, your name. I assume it's not your Craigslist username. Okay. Nice to meet you. And what's your phone number? Oh, so you're from around here. That's nice. Do you have a roommate? No? Okay, no. Well, you know, just in case your roommate would have been interested in a tattoo, that's why I'm asking. Okay. Are you allergic to tattoo ink? How about pen ink? Good. Right. And then, do you have an emergency contact? Maybe like significant other, spouse? Oh, perfect. Well, we'll just put 911 then. It works. Okay. So, what are you looking to get? I can do extra large, large, medium, small, or extra small tattoos. We can do a small one. And where were you thinking? On your wrist. I like that. You can just take a look there. That is a beautiful canvas I am working with. One of the best wrists I have ever seen. Okay. So a wrist tattoo will be $40. I can throw in a piercing for $20. I can pierce anything. No piercing. Okay. Just a tattoo. That's totally fine. Okay. What I'm going to do is prep the skin, okay? I have a lot of preparations. First, We Purell. Let me see your hand. Oh, your hands are quite cold. I'm hot-blooded. Okay, just that on there. Very good. Next, I have a spray. It's safe and easy to use. I think it works well on the skin. Do you feel sanitized? Good. And then I can just put on my gloves here. Oh, you want to pick a design first before I just go all willy-nilly. Silly me. Silly me. Get my paper out and I'll show you my best small tattoos. Okay. We can do a moon. We can also do a full moon or a pepperoni. We can do a smiley face. Oh, my hands are just a little bit shaky. I've had a lot of Red Bull. I can do a heart or a broken heart. There's a big market for stars, or perhaps a bunny rabbit, whiskers, like that. We can do a diamond or a kite. I think that one's really cool, actually. Probably my best work yet. You want to see more? Okay. We can do a pickle. That's actually one of my more popular designs. But if that's not for you, I can do flowers. That one's a daisy. Or big flower. You really can't go wrong, especially if it's on your wrist. Okay. Well, if you just want me to freehand it, that'll be an extra $5. Just tell me what you're looking for. Oh, I like that. Okay. I think I can do that. So, what I'm gonna do first is draw on your wrist with a little bit of marker, okay? And I'm just gonna have to hold your hand. Don't be scared. And I'm just gonna draw a line here, here, okay, here. That, how does that look? Okay, not bad so far. And this line there. Okay. Very good. I think that'll actually be really easy to do. In and out. Is this your first tattoo? Well, there you go. Alright, now it's time for the gloves. I call these my fun gloves. You don't put gloves on unless something fun's about to happen. Ain't that the truth? Okay. And these actually don't have any of the powder or latex in it. So you'll be fine. Okay. There we go. And now that everything is sterile, I'm gonna give you one more spray. Oh, ooh, that smudged it a little bit, didn't it? Okay, just get that cleaned off there a little bit. 1 second. Clean up that line. There you go. Back to normal. Is that size all right? And you want this in black and white, correct? I like it. So, I have my tattoo gun. It's makeshift, but it works. So, if you wanna hold on to something to make you a little less scared, I have this paper towel roll. I can draw a face on it. Okay. Don't be scared. You're gonna have a beautiful tattoo. Here's paper towel, buddy. You can hold that. And then I'm just gonna go to town. Here we go. I'll do a little line first. You can tell me if it hurts. You all right? Okay. I'm gonna dip into the ink now and do it for real. Oh, sorry. Gotta look at what I'm doing. Okay. Curved lines are so hard. You are taking this like a champ. I'm very proud of you. Kind of tickles, right? Just a little bit. Okay. Okay. Now, just going to spray that and wipe it down. Okay, you like how it looks so far? Not bad, right? So that's about halfway done. That's what I like about these small tattoos. They're over so quick. Okay. I'll just make that into a little decoration. Okay. Almost there. Okay. Do a little spray. Wipe. And time for the finishing touches. Okay. All right. You did very good. Now, that'll be $40, and then I will put some cream over the tattoo so that it'll stay nice and moisturized. Do you like it? What's wrong? Of course I signed my name. I'm an artist. How else are people gonna know who did your tattoo? Well, look here. If you didn't want that, you would have had to specify at the beginning of our appointment. I think it looks nice. Daisy. Okay? Now you'll never forget me. If you're gonna make a fuss about it, I suppose $35 is fine. Let's get some moisturizer on the tattoo. There you go. Nice and shiny. And you are all set. I hope you love it. And tell your friends. I might not be living here much longer, but you can always find me on Craigslist. Okay? So, just to confirm, I have your phone number. Is it alright if I contact you in the future about potential business opportunities? Okay, good. And let's see here. You're gonna want to leave out the same door, alright? If you trigger the light security camera, just bolt, just run the other way, alright? No, they never chase after you. It's just to scare you a little bit. Alright, well, I hope you enjoy your tattoo. Thank you for the $40, $5 tip. Very kind of you. And come back anytime. I'm getting better and better with every tattoo I make. Fantastic. Bye now.
Hey there. Are you here for an appointment? Oh, you don't have an appointment? That's no problem. We also do walk-ins. Do you know what you're looking to get? Okay. So definitely can do an ear piercing on you for sure. Obviously, there are a ton of different ear piercings that you can do, so lifestyle. I wear a lot of headphones, so I can't have a lot of piercings in that are on the outside of my ears. Yeah. Alright, well, come on in. If you've never been here before, I will get your information and have you sign a waiver. Can I see your ID? Perfect, thank you. And your birthday is... Got it. Okay. And your name? Okay. Is the address on your ID, is that a good address to use? Okay, I'm just gonna write that one down then. Alright. And do you have any medical conditions that I should be aware of? Okay. How about allergies, especially to certain metals? Okay. Okay, great. You will be totally fine. And we do use like some products on you, so I'd like to ask about allergies as well, in case the products can cause irritation. If you're worried about it at all, we can just do a test somewhere else on your skin first. Let it sit for a few minutes. Okay, you're okay. Alright. And let me just get you to sign that. This is going to allow me to do the piercing. And it also goes 2 holes that we're making, and 1 ring goes through both of those, whereas the conch is just 1, or a typical one anyway. Then we have the anti-helix and the rook, which are both, again, we're going towards the like inside of the ear, and this could have different jewelry in it. And then up here, not quite on the edge of your ear where helix would be, but here on the flat part is called a flat. And finally on this diagram we have the doth piercing. Doth piercing is pretty cool. Great if you wear over ear or on ear headphones all the time. That's what's on this guy here. And it's gonna go in the inner part of your ear, and especially with some piercings, we can be like too shallow. You have to be careful. But like I said, this one suits your anatomy, your ear shape very well. So, good choice. Good choice, good choice. So if you approve of that placement, then I'm gonna wash my hands one more time. I'm gonna get your sterile jewelry and we can do your piercing. Okay. If you are nervous, I can play some music for you. Or if you have like a stress ball, I do have a stress ball I could give you as well. Let me grab that for you. I'll wash my hands and grab the stress ball. Okay, so here is the stress ball. But I totally forgot. One of my clients brought me one of those slugs. But it broke, so I only had like the slug bottom. That is very entertaining. I didn't know if maybe this would also help calm any nerves. It calms my nerves. Like, look at the colors, you know, and then boom, you got your piercing. So I'll leave you with the slug bottom and the stress ball. But like I said, the worst part absolutely is the anticipation. So I'll let you know exactly what I'm doing. I'll have you breathe in. And you take a nice deep breath in, and that's when, you know, you're letting me know that you're ready. And on the exhale, that's when I will do the piercing, and it will be very fast. Okay. Wash hands for 30 seconds. so bad. Okay. There you go. It looks amazing. You want to do the second one still? Okay, good. I'm glad it wasn't that bad. Some people, they'll do one and they're like, yay, I'm good. I don't want to do another one, but you ready for the second one? Okay, let's do it. Same thing. Have your jewelry ready and we'll get a new needle. There we go. And we're going to clamp right here. Just like that. Okay. And the needle cork. Okay, I am lined up now. When you are ready, take a big breath in and out. Perfect. That one went really smoothly. Even better than the first one. Okay, we're gonna get your jewelry in. Okay, ready? Just gonna feel some pressure here. There we go. Perfect. And we're going to clamp that shut. Make sure the jewelry stays put. Okay. And of course, we'll clean you up. You doing okay? Good. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. Alright. You can go ahead and take a look in the mirror. You are all cleaned up and all done. So you had no idea that you were gonna come get a piercing today. Well, I'm glad you came in. They look really nice on you. Absolutely. Let me know what you think. Good. I'm really glad to hear that. Okay, so now that you are all done, I am going to wash my hands and I will meet you at the front. We can go over the aftercare. I'll give you a paper so you don't forget anything. The shop's number will be on it in case you have any questions, but yeah. Thank you so much for coming in. I'll see you in a moment, but yeah, I'm super stoked about this. I love how it looked, and you were such a great client, so I hope you're happy with the results. Very cool. Alright, awesome. Thank you so much. See you in a second. Hey, are you ready? Okay, my mom is not going to be home for, what time is it? Okay, we have at least like half an hour. Well, she would never let me do this if she was home, so we had to wait until she was out of the house, obviously. Okay. Let's see those ears.
you do that, I'm going to move the ice over and grab the apple. I don't want my hands to be too drippy, you know. Keep holding it on your ear. Keep holding it, keep holding it. Keep holding it, keep holding it. 1, 2, 3. I think this one is the right side. Keep holding it. Ow.
relaxing with me. If you are not a YouTube Premium member, remember to turn down your volume.